The Tigers went halfway to the North Pole for their last football game. And just like Santa Claus, they were happy. The Tiger Football Report, brought to you by the Green Turtle, starts now. Welcome to another episode of the Tiger Football Report. I'm your host, Spiro Morekas, along with the head coach of the Tigers, Rob Ambrose. And Coach, congratulations, the Tigers in the top 5 this week after beating Maine on Saturday. I know you don't care about the rankings at all, this early in the season especially, but a great win for the program to go up there, beat a team that was ranked 7th in the nation, and beat them pretty handily.
Beat the conference champion. Beat the conference champion that beat you at home last year and had direct effects on playoff seedings and all that good stuff. Now, they are an incredibly talented defense, an exciting and explosive offense, and we played really, really well.
The game did not start the way you wanted as Maine came down. One of the first plays of the game, 54-yard pass down the middle. They get into what they looked like they were going to go and drive for a touchdown, but the defense held them to a field goal. You get the ball, don't do anything with it. They get it back, they go down, they kick another field goal, 6-0. But from that point on, your offense was efficient and your defense were ball hawks.
I give credit to where credit is due. They get the ball first, big play, but they hold them to a field goal. Drive down the field and hold them to another field goal. And it's instead of 14-0, it's only 6-0. It's been a while since we had that kind of confidence in how we were going to play defense, especially against an awesome offense like that. So they put us in the driver's seat. I'm looking up and going, all right, well, that's 2 long drives and only 6 points. We scored a touchdown, we're winning. Like, what are we getting banged up about? And the kids weren't banged up about any of it. They knew we were playing a quality opponent. We were going to have to play 60 minutes to beat them, and we did.
After one of the kickoffs, Shane Simpson gets injured. And I asked this to Gordy on the air on Saturday night. When you game plan all week, and a guy who is a key part of your game plan, now all of a sudden early in the game, he's gone. How much of an effect does that have when you're play calling and what you look to do the rest of the ball game?
Well, in the course of a career, depending on who's behind him, many times it's a lot, and a lot of times it's nothing. And to be honest, this week it was almost nothing. Because we are as deep as we are, as many quality backs as we have, that have as many different skill sets as we have, we didn't have one guy in there getting the same amount of reps that Shane got. It took 3 to get 1 for the quality of play that Shane provides us. So, but I was impressed with how those guys stepped up, and all 3 of them prepare to be starters every week. So for them, there was no beat to miss. It was just like, we're going to keep going, and everybody did.
Edie Thayenrad had to be a happy guy. You talk about how much this kid loves football. He'll do anything. He'll play anywhere you want him to play. 4 touchdowns on Saturday night. He had to be the happiest guy in your locker room after that ball game.
Well, there are a lot of happy people now. Hold on now. 4 interceptions and all that good stuff, but we do game balls, awards and stuff for great play during a game, and when we win. And giving away the offensive game ball is usually kind of interesting. Somebody with gaudy stats. First time in my coaching career, I stood up in front of an entire team and went, this is the weirdest game ball I've ever given away. 9 carries, 28 yards. And they're all looking at me and they go, 4 touchdowns. And they all went nuts. And it was Edie really, really stepped up. Everybody's got a role. And Edie's one of those guys that personifies, I'm going to do whatever I got to do. Whatever they ask me to do, that's my role. And I'm going to do it to the best of my ability. And he is contagious, truly contagious.
Chris Ferguson, their quarterback, came into the game, 76 pass attempts. He'd only thrown 1 interception. You guys hit him up for 4 on Saturday night. He put up some gaudy passing yards, but again, you guys with 4 interceptions. Stephen Brown, named the CAA Defensive Player of the Week, stepping in at safety. Kobe Tippett, 3 weeks in a row with an interception. Keon Pay probably got screwed out of a touchdown on a kick, interception return 2 weeks in a row. This past week, gets stopped at the half-yard line. What is it about this defense that is different than in years past, where all of a sudden you're ball hawks?
Well, we put hits on the quarterback. Put a lot of, the guys up front did a great job. We got a lot of pressure on the quarterback. Didn't get that many sacks, but got a lot of hits. And you could tell early on he didn't want any part of that. The way we are matching routes in the secondary is probably better than we've done this in a long time, that the guys are pretty committed to it. And while he may have thrown for 400 yards, we made them completely and utterly one-dimensional. And having a third down and a fourth down running stop really kind of took away half of their offense. And they were playing from behind the whole time. So we went on the offensive. We put them on their heels. We were aggressive the entire time. And the two safeties. Kobe Tippett's coming out of high school was a highly recruited two-way player, went to prep school, could play both, kick return, all that. He's got tremendous ball skills. He really, really does. And I give credit to SJ too. He's better than I thought. And the other ones, those are just guys making plays. Keon's one of the smartest linebackers we had in a long time. He was not doing what he was supposed to do. But he had picked up the check from the sideline, and he knew what they were going to do. Put himself in position to make a great play. And I'm as amazed as you are that he actually got caught from behind.
He gave it all he had, I know that. Changing directions and everything, but getting tackled just shy of the goal line. Well, the Tigers now 3-0. More importantly, 1-0 in the CAA and that one win on the road, because road wins in the conference, they're like gold. So the Tigers this week come home to play their first home CAA game against Villanova. Game time is at 6 o'clock. Coach and I will talk about it later on this week right here on TowsonTigers.com. So for Rob Ambrose, I'm Spiro Morekas. Thanks for tuning in, and as always, go Tigers.